Hello to all my knights and queens of the world. You already know who it is. It's Mr. Who? Mr. Royal Diamond, aka Mr.RoyalNieves, coming back at you with another what? Phenomenal video! So my topic is gonna be more of like it basically it's like more conscious and more like humble and genuine, more transparent, I guess you could say. So my topic for this video is gonna be about you, your stamp or your approval over something. So what I mean by that is sometimes we get or just like based on old programming, or because we really don't take time to reflect and understand our importance, our what we bring, just like I was mentioning of the imprint in my last video. Sometimes the people around us sometimes secretly look for your approval. You get what I'm saying? That's why you have to be very careful, especially when it comes to younger generation, how you react and respond to certain things. And this is something I had to learn too, because before I used to sometimes come off as aggressive, or sometimes I'd be playing around. But and I say this in a sense of like my nieces and nephew, you know what I'm saying? And this is who helped me understand more by God's grace, and also like my parents as well. You have to really take reflection of how you carry yourself and what you say, because if you don't be conscious of changing who you are within yourself, you might end up reacting or displaying through your body reaction or body language, or you might say things that might kind of hurt their feelings, or they might have something that kind of lingers in the back of their mind. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean about your approval. So sometimes like your family or your friends secretly seek your approval or your wisdom or your understanding. So that's what I mean, is to be very careful of what they're trying to tell you or what they want to talk about. With me, I learned in life not to judge no one, and I'm still on that journey. You know what I'm saying? It's always, it's ever growing, because we need to understand that we, one, are not God. Two, we are not perfect. Three, it doesn't feel good to be judged, because everybody knows how that feels like. So that's what I mean. So when somebody is like talking to you about their life, about certain things, or even deeper things that you didn't even know about what was going on, sometimes they secretly are looking for your approval, in a sense of like comfort, in a sense of understanding, in a sense of, if I tell you this now, will you keep it? Will you honor your word and not tell nobody? Will you have that trust and transparency in a relationship with someone? Sometimes we secretly look for approval, and sometimes it could be unconsciously. That's why you have to be very careful on how you carry yourself, or how you respond when you are in interaction or engaging in communication with certain people and who you're talking to, because secretly I don't know, I guess we still are learning how to really appreciate the people in our life, and really making a conscious effort to let them know how important they are to us, and how much we value them and what they have to say. You get what I'm saying? I feel like in a moment in time, society became so self-conscious because of how they was brought up, that they are afraid to admit these things or even identify these things, so they can begin to tell someone, because little do we know, when someone comes to you and tell you, like, I really do appreciate you, I really do value your opinion on this, that remember to take that with a lot of respect, with a lot of courage, with a lot of protection. You know what I'm saying? Because it takes years to develop trust and a good relationship, and it takes seconds to destroy it. And you don't want to ever feel like you betray someone you love. You understand what I'm telling you? So make sure that we are all working together in understanding to have humble grace, mercy, compassionate to other people, because people do make mistakes. People do mess up. We are not perfect, and we need to begin to grasp this understanding. Okay, we are not perfect, so there's no need to be acting like prideful, stubborn, arrogant, ignorant, bougie, all this other stuff, because of insecurity. What makes you so beautiful is who you are, and being honest with yourself and being honest with other people, living your truth. That's what makes you attractive. But that's another video. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I mean. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting back to your approval. So sometimes you got to be very careful, because especially when it comes to young ones. I say this for my nieces and nephews, getting back to that topic. And, sometimes, like, I'd be like, we're so quick to kind of be like that authority figure You know what I'm saying? Without realizing the type of effect we're causing in the young ones. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes we understand that, you know, like they're kids, but we want to protect them. But we need to understand that as we show our protection and, you know, our passing down wisdom, understanding, to do it with such grace, with such understanding, with love. Like, we don't have to continue to scream at people, continue to hit, you know, like kids, or do all this extraness. You know, you have to talk to them. You have to find common ground to for them to get it, because the more you lash out, the more they're gonna rebel because you're not getting it. You know what I'm saying? Because wait, if I'm trying to tell something to someone, I can't be like with an aggression. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna be like, oh, they already have a defense. Now they're becoming insecure. Now they be like, oh, I did something really wrong. Now they're petrified. And now what you created with a negative imprint. You know what I'm saying? Now they're gonna be like, I can't even tell him anything because it just seems he's always angry. You know what I'm saying? Or they feel like, oh, I'm not lovable because he's just always coming off in this manner. That's what I mean. You're seeking your approval in that safe environment. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to kids, when it comes to young ones, when even people who are 5 years younger than me, or you, or 10 years, every age is at its own level. You get what I'm saying? Their own journey. So you have to show that compassion, that patience, that wisdom. Because you just yelling at them, it's just imprinting unhealthy habits that they internalize as normal. You understand what I'm telling you? So this is why it's so important to make time to spend with your kids, you know, away from electronics, away from TVs, away from all the fun time, but really like a nurturing time. You know what I'm saying? Like a transparent time. A time to be honest, vulnerable. Talk about your fears, talk about your worry, talk about your goals and dreams, whatever it is. So you can begin to find that safe zone, you know what I'm saying, within the community of your families or friends or co-workers. You know what I'm saying? This is what I mean. Because if we want to accept it or not, people who came after us, the babies are